Hello and welcome to my channel to plan for. Today I want to set up my new bullet journal for work. So currently we have mid-April, and for the past 2.5 months I have been using this moleskin journal for work, and now I ran out of space, so it lasted me only, I think it was 9 or 10 weeks, and it's time to move into another journal. So this moleskin, I think it's a little bit smaller than an A5. So that's an Arch and Olive A5 journal. So you see it's a little bit smaller. And I knew it wouldn't last me very long. Actually, I didn't expect only to last, for 9 or 10 weeks. I thought it would be a little longer, but actually it's fine, because in my project I just had a big milestone, and it turns out that it is actually a good point in time to switch into a new journal and get a little bit back to a, I don't know, clean cut and only migrate what's still left. So yeah, that's where we are, and so I want to set up with you my new bullet journal. So this one is a B5, and for me it was clear after having this journal A5, similar to A5, I wanted something bigger. First of all, so it would last me a little longer, but also because I want to be able to use a little bit more decorative elements, even though it's my work journal and it looks quite different than my personal one. A little bit of decoration is sometimes nice. Even at work, it feels good if you open your notebook in the morning and you have something that looks pleasant, and at least for me, then work is way more enjoyable. Okay, so how does my work journal look like? Let's get here a little bit of space. I actually already started a little bit with the setup, just because currently it's Tuesday evening and I needed my journal starting for Monday. As I said, I ran out of space in my old one, and I didn't really have time to set it up completely. So I did a few things, but there's still plenty of stuff to do. So I guess this will be a longer video. For my work bullet journal, what are the elements I have in here? Usually the first page is a yearly overview, a calendar. I use this one to track my work hours, and it's just that the month, I'm quite sure this journal won't last me till the end of January, but yeah, why not? I had space here, so I drew up this calendar, and I only work Monday through Friday, so I just colored the weekends. Gives this thing a little structure, makes it easier to fill in the work hours. And also I have some vacations planned. I'll also put them in here. So yeah, that's the yearly overview. Obviously this one is already done, and also some color coding already in place. I think for my purpose this is perfect. It's very simple. I just have the numbers for the days in the months, names of the months, and there is nothing much more I do need here. So that's always the first page in my bullet journal for work. Obviously for my personal one I don't need this one, but yeah, for work this makes sense, even though obviously I have to transform all my work hours into digital tools afterwards. But yeah, I also like to track them in my journal. Next up is here the 2 pages for the index. In my last journal, the moleskin, it was very difficult to write with ink. I mean, I know the Archer and Olive journals paper, it's not perfect for ink, but it works. Don't see any bleed through here, so it's fine. It's good enough. As I said, not perfect, but definitely you can use fountain pens and ink on Archer and Olive paper, and that's one other important aspect for me, because I prefer to write with fountain pens, and I really wanted to have a journal next where I can use my fountain pens. So index page, what do I put here in the index? Only my collection pages, because the other things are in chronological order, and if I want to find a certain week, I can just flip through it and it won't be difficult to find that week. But for my collection pages, which we will see soon, it makes sense to have an index to find them easier. So that's what I will be having here. And yeah, as 2 pages is probably too much. I won't need them, but yeah, why not? After the index, I have my monthly calendar, and I already drew them in with pencil because it's so easy. First of all, if for a video, it's even harder to talk and to do something else, at least for me. And also because I like to have my calendars in a very special way. As I said, I only work Monday through Friday. So on my calendar, there is no weekend because it's just not relevant, and it's more, I don't know, it's a waste of space, and yeah, it's just not necessary to have the weekend here. So I only have Monday through Friday, and I like to draw my calendars in that way. We are not gonna do all the calendars together. That's just this one I wanted to do on camera. Also for you, obviously it takes a while to set up a new bullet journal. But I think one thing you have to remember, it doesn't have to be so time consuming. You could print out all those calendars and just glue them into your calendar or into your bullet journal. You don't have to draw them. And also you don't have to do everything at once when you set up your journal. I mean, I have put in here just stickers for where I want to have different pages, different sections. That doesn't mean that I have to do them all at once or all before I can start using my journal. I just mark the space, and if I feel like it, I can set them up. I can set them up all at once, or I don't know, spread out over multiple days. It's just how I feel like doing that. And again, if you don't want to invest so much time, and yes, it is time consuming, the way I do it, you can always use printouts. But my setup is time consuming because I want it to be that way. sounds funny, but this has something relaxing for me. It's something to, it's like other people who do puzzles or, I don't know, cross-stitching, something like that to relax. And I think for me, setting up a bullet journal is something very relaxing. And that's why I'm willing to spend so much time setting it up. It's, at least the setup, it's more like a hobby and not so much the functional aspect in focus. Because if it's just setting it up, getting it done as quickly as possible, I would use printouts. And that's fine. I mean, why not? But for me, this setting up is actually something I really enjoy. So I have no reason to speed it up. Okay. Good. Yeah, all the calendars for the different months will look something somewhat similar. So that's good here. Title. Okay. Oh, that's fine with the fountain pen. Yeah. How do I use those monthly overviews? To be honest, I have not used them much recently, so I was hesitant if I should even include them. But I thought I would give it another try. The idea would be to have here things I need to do in the future. If I can pin them to a certain date, I would put them here in the calendar. Or actually what I did more frequently, I wrote down here stuff that didn't have a clear due date, but I knew I need to do this, I don't know, in May, in June. So I would just write those things down here. As I said, I didn't use these pages very much because a lot of my long-term planning I actually did in my digital calendar. So let's see if I keep using my digital calendar for the long-term planning more than my bullet journal. I might skip those pages completely in my next setup. Let's see. But I think that's one of the aspects I really like about using a bullet journal. You can customize it. Nobody says that you have to include the monthly pages, the yearly overview, if you don't use it. Yes, there is this bullet journal idea, concept, what should be in there. And that's definitely a good starting point. But then you can customize it in the way you like it, whatever you use. And really make your journal to your needs. And if you don't use the monthly pages, well, then skip them. Why not? But yeah, here we still have them. So I just marked where they will be: May, June, July, August. Okay, here I haven't even drawn it in yet. November, December. Okay. I might do them later on. I won't set them up all on camera because it's all the same. Drawing out the days, only 5 days in each week. As I said, always skip the weekend. Next up, after my monthly overview, I have my collection pages. And I put in here sticky notes for the collection pages I already know I want to set up. So I have a page for the follow-ups. Those are actually things as the name says, need to follow up. You know, you talk to a colleague, ask him to do something, and then you just, no, it's in your mind, it's done, but sometimes it's not done. You need to check, or you're waiting for some kind of feedback, and it's very easy to forget that stuff. So those are the things I like to put here. And then I have a few sections for collection pages I know I need in my journal, like one for UX, the architecture sync, then future tasks that already have a few things I need to migrate from my old bullet journal, feature list. I mean, those collection pages are obviously very much specific to my work life. Your collection pages will be completely different. But from my past work experience, I know what I need, what I don't need. So I know I will need those pages, and I like to have them here in the front. It's easier to find them. But once I run out of space here, then I would just take the next blank page and continue there. But at least for the beginning, I have everything together in the front, and it's just more convenient for me. I also marked those collection pages because I needed my journal on Monday. No more space in the old one, and I could have used a blank piece of paper, but I wanted to just start in my journal, so I have those sticky notes on the pages I knew I wanted to create. And then I immediately after that I have my first weekly setup. This one is rather playful for me. I just felt like it's this week and this Eastern, so that's why I have all of this bunny theme here. And now that I'm in a B5 journal, I have a little bit more space, so I could fit all days of a week on one page, still have enough space to write. So I have my block for the goal of the week, and then one box for each day. And I use those boxes for the main goals of the day, what I really want to accomplish on that day. And then afterwards, I just continue with my daily collections. And that's basically how I use my bullet journal for work. I hope this one will last me longer. First of all, it has more pages, bigger size, but also with the B5, I don't know if it turns out to be the right approach, but I will try to write in 2 columns. So potentially I can double up the time it will last me. We'll see. I'll just give it a try, and if it turns out that, I don't know, that's not enough space, doesn't make sense for me, I will change that up. And that's also a good thing about this bullet journal. You don't have to stick to one concept for one journal. If you figure out after a couple days, weeks, months, your previous setup didn't work for you, or you're just something changed. I mean, maybe your job changed, your project changed, I don't know, whatever, then adapt it, make it work again. Okay, so that is my setup for my new bullet journal for work. I hope you like that, and maybe you found some inspiration. I'm always curious to hear, how do you set up your bullet journal for work? Do you have sections I have not included in mine, or what do you do differently? I always like to hear how other people approach their setup, and yeah, be inspired by good ideas. Okay, then thank you very much and see you soon. Bye.